Hello everybody. Today I welcome you all in my YouTube channel. So we are discussing about biomolecules, that is in syllabus of clinical biochemistry as well as second semester of engineering students. So we will start from biomolecules. We have biomolecules. बायोमॉलिक्यूल्स का मतलब होता है दे आर ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड्स which regulate life of an organism. जो भी लाइफ के एक्टिविटीज है, ये चीजें जो बायोमॉलिक्यूल्स में आते हैं, ये रेगुलेट करता है उनको. इट इंक्लूड्स बिल्डिंग बेसिक लाइफ सिस्टम एंड सेकंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज it is responsible for its regulation and maintenance. So biomolecules are very important for day-to-day life, especially for human beings. Some of the examples of biomolecules are like we have carbohydrates, we have proteins, enzymes, nucleic acids, vitamins, and we have energy storage and transfer compounds like adenosine triphosphate. That is an important biomolecule. Transfer molecules like ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. Moreover, we have certain biomolecules that are obtained by condensation, polymerization. इसमें से हमें आता है like biomolecules which are obtained by condensation, polymerization. Like starch, like proteins and nucleic acids. Now we will see how they are formed. They are formed from condensation, polymerization of sugars. They are formed by condensation, polymerization of amino acids. They are formed by condensation of nucleotides. Basically, these all are important biomolecules in one way or in another way. So these three condensation polymers, they regulate the life activity of living organisms. Like I will show a graphical diagram, you will yourself see that how they regulate and maintain the life cycle of any organism. if we have any living organism. Then we have its organs. From organs we have tissues, okay, and tissues we have cells, organelles, and then last we have biomolecules. So there is vast importance of biomolecules in our day-to-day life. Now we will start with one of the important and basic biomolecule, that is carbohydrate. That is very, very important in syllabus of clinical biochemistry, that is first sem, as well as engineering biochemistry second sem. We will start with carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are important biomolecules which play a vital role in our day-to-day life. They include sugars, starch, cellulose, waxes, resins, etc. They have vast abundance both in animals as well as in plant kingdom. However, they are mostly obtained from plants. Almost 70% of solid mass of plants is obtained from this biomolecule, that is carbohydrate. If we see the general formula or general preparation of carbohydrates are prepared by the process of photosynthesis from plants. We will see the general scheme of that synthesis. Suppose करके we have X type CO2 and we have Y type O2. In presence of sunlight, we have chlorophyll. फिर क्या ये देगा? It will give CxH2OY plus X times O2. This is the synthesis of carbohydrate through natural phenomenon in plants. However, now in books we have two types of definitions of carbohydrates. One is old definition and second one is new definition. First, we will go to old definition. What is the definition of carbohydrates? Carbohydrate is like this hydrates of carbon. It means they are the compounds which contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. However, the later two, that is hydrogen and oxygen, are in the ratio of same like in case of water. However, this definition don't fit in actual life. If we see how it is not fitable, general formula of old definition, that is CxH2OY. We will see what are the limitations of this definition. There is a compound that is known as ramose. It has general formula C6H12O5. But it has characteristic properties same as that of carbohydrate. It is one of the carbohydrate. But if we see the chemical formula with relate to the general formula, that is, this is general formula of carbohydrates through the old definition. If we see, it is totally different. Here it is CX, it is C6H2O, that is okay. However, there is only one Y, here it is difference of one oxygen. So this definition don't fit like this. Similarly, we have one more compound that is actually a carbohydrate, but that is deoxyribose. We have to comparatively study its definition with that of original definition, that is CXH2OY. It has general formula C5H10O4. If we see, it don't fit with this general formula. So if we see through older definition, we can see this is not, deoxyribose is not a carbohydrate, but actually it is an important carbohydrate. And second most important thing, that is limitation of this definition. There are certain compounds like, जैसे हमारे पास होता है एक फॉर्मल्डिहाइड, इट इज नॉट ए कार्बोहाइड्रेट, ये कार्बोहाइड्रेट नहीं है. अगर हम इसको जनरल फार्मूला के साथ कंपेयर करेंगे, इट लुक्स लाइक ए कार्बोहाइड्रेट. लुक, मैं यहां इसमें फिट करूंगा ये C1H2OY1. So it is like CH2O or HCOH. So this compound fits with this formula. However, we all know that formaldehyde is not a carbohydrate. Similarly, there is another compound that is acetic acid, which is not a carbohydrate, but its general formula fits with this definition. So if we see the older definition, we can say that this definition don't fit in everywhere. Third limitation is that carbon can never be hydrated. Carbon can never be hydrated. हमने पहले ही बताया, it is hydrated form of carbon, but this is the limitation of this definition. Now new definition क्या बोल रहा है? New definition बोल रहा है carbohydrates are polyhydroxyaldehydes और polyhydroxyketones. एक हाइड्रोक्सी ग्रुप है, उसमें पॉलीहाइड्रोक्सी ग्रुप्स होंगे, ऊपर से नीचे तक बहुत सारे हाइड्रोक्सी ग्रुप्स होंगे, और साथ में यहाँ अल्डेहाइड होगा, यहाँ कीटोन होगा. लाइक दिस. मैं सिंपल बताऊंगा, कोई नाम नहीं बोलूंगा ये कौन सा कंपाउंड है. हमारे पास ये न्यू डेफिनेशन जो है, इसका मतलब carbohydrates are polyhydroxyaldehydes are ketones. Like this, we have aldehyde, we have many hydroxy groups. This is many hydroxy groups. So this is polyhydroxyaldehyde. Similarly, we can say that if we have ketone like this and we have many hydroxy groups, we can say that it is polyhydroxy. These are polyhydroxy, that is ketone. So new definition fits like this: carbohydrates are polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. And second जो इसमें point है, on hydrolysis these give this. And third point, they contain at least one chiral center. हम chiral center पे बाद में आ जाएंगे, पहले ये definition का मतलब ये होता है. First point is they contain polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. Second definition, they give hydrolysis products like simplest monosaccharides or any other saccharide. Third is they should contain at least one chiral center. So thank you for seeing my program.